Hi, my name is Dom Cerrone, and today I'm going to be talking about Baghdad using some key concepts from AP Human Geo. So Baghdad is a global city, which is also known as a world city, which is a city that serves as a command center of the global economy, speaking in financial, political, and business services. Um, Baghdad actually does not follow the rank size rule and kind of dominates the whole country of Iraq as a primate city, meaning that it's much larger than any other city in the country. Um, Baghdad's not as globally dominant as some of the other cities you might think of, like London or New York, but it functions as a regional global city within the Middle East, which is this whole area right here. Um, so the central business district in Baghdad is Karada. The central business district is the area where commercial and economic activities are concentrated. So in Karada, which is right here along the Tigris River, um, if we go to right here, we can kind of see the dense concentration of all the buildings. Okay, well, never mind because we're inside. Let's get outside real quick. So here, it's kind of like close together. You see so many cars on the roads, very dense, narrow kind of streets and stuff. Um, Heavy traffic. Um, the whole area of Karada contains many banks, offices, markets. Um, there's even a hospital right here. Um, and yeah, that's what kind of makes it the CBD. If we go to the area that they call the green zone, this is where all the business, no, sorry, this is where most of the public services are. So like offices, banks, administrative buildings. Let's see if we can get on the street here. Um, and then we can go up here. So yeah, I mean, you can see it's kind of a lot more open than right inside the central business district and stuff. Um, so we can talk about the suburbs of Baghdad. A suburb is a residential area located on the outskirts of a city. So we can go to Al Mansour, Baghdad, which this is kind of one of the suburbs. You can see kind of on the outer edges of, or like outer sides of Baghdad. It's not as densely packed. Has much less tourists, wider streets, mostly residential neighborhoods here, which as population has grown, there's been less congestion in the city center and kind of this is kind of a much comfortable living area for some people out here than compared to in the tight streets in Baghdad. This is an example of urban sprawl too, which urban sprawl, let's go back to just over the whole area of Baghdad, you can see kind of it started in the middle here, and over time it's overcome like all these areas around it, which probably used to look more like these areas out here in this area, and now it kind of looks like a massive city. So urban sprawl, which is the uncontrolled expansion of urban areas and surrounding rural land, um, you can see it right here, which you can see it's also uneven. It's kind of like scattered, like it's up here, a little here, not as much here because there's kind of an airport here, but yeah. Um, Segregation, which is the spatial separation of different social, ethnic, or religious groups within a city, is also seen here, which it's hard to see on Google Earth, but segregation historically has occurred along sectarian lines, particularly between Sunni and Shia Muslim communities, um, which, like I said, it's hard to see, but the neighborhood boundaries, housing distribution, they tend to live together in different areas. So, like for example, like most Shias could live here, and then instead Sunnis could live on this side. Um, which I'm not sure if that's correct, but I know that that is what happens in many of the areas around Baghdad. So, in conclusion, Baghdad demonstrates several key of the concepts that we're learning. It functions as a regional global city, which containing a central business district in Karada down here, expanding suburbs, urban sprawl, and a little bit of segregation too. Thank you for watching, and I hope you had a good time.